I'm Morgan Smith, and I'm a product owner at N8. For those that don't work in technology, what a product owner does is I both kind of help design and visualize or envision the software, but also help to really kind of translate the field requirements or the business requirements over to the development team. I aid in testing, but I do a lot of kind of conceptualization of how the product's going to look and feel at the end of the day, as well as kind of planning and laying out how we're actually going to get there, and giving our team of developers and QA team members the tools and the information that they need in order to build it the way that we want it to be built. So, well, my path to the technology industry was one through construction. If you had asked me 10 years ago, even if I would think that I'd be working in technology, I would say, no way, I'm working in construction forever. But here I am. I started out as, well, even before getting into the work industry of construction, I got a degree in civil engineering. And from there, I went into a field engineer position and floated through several different roles in multiple different construction projects. So did field engineering, project engineering, but also subcontractor management, contract administration, did some estimating. I actually didn't think that I was even going to be an engineer. I wanted to eventually get into architecture. And architecture, where I grew up, the university, I'm from Canada, so we say university, but the school that I went to, architecture was a master's program. So I needed a bachelor's in something. And I decided to make it hard for myself and pick engineering. But then once I got through my civil engineering degree, I decided to spend some time working, and liked what I was doing so much that I actually didn't end up going back for my master's in architecture. And the reason that I went that way was because I have both an interest in science and technology, but also in art and design and engineering and architecture, but they both have a unique overlap in that area where a bridge is designed with both a science viewpoint, obviously from a structures component, it needs to stay up, right? But also there's beautiful aesthetic that can be integrated into those designs as well. And that really keenly interests me because I love both science and technology and math and art as well. So it's one of those few things that you can really explore both of those passions if that happens to be something that you enjoy both sides of that. So early on, I really had an affinity for the software side of things. I saw that there was so much opportunity for expanding the way that technology is being used in construction, because for the longest time and even today and a lot of the world, the construction industry is largely pen and paper. You just, you go out there and you do the work, and tracking everything is kind of a secondary thought and often just occurs, on somebody's notepad, right? But the opportunities that we have with technology, as fast as it's been growing, was something that I was really keenly interested in. And it just so happened that an opportunity came up where I could actually lend a hand in coming up with solutions to some of the problems that we were facing in the field by way of technology. And I jumped on that, and the rest is history. I've now been working specifically in construction technology it's been 6 years now. So kind of went this direction and didn't turn back. To give it another look, perhaps, because the areas that you may be strong in or are looking to expand and grow in, um, if those are not something that you would really conventionally pair with construction, that's actually one of the reasons why you should look into construction. And I say that because it really takes a village, like truly, it's hundreds of people that are on a single mega project involved start to finish, on the whole process, right? From conceptualization all the way to delivery, and opening, something awesome like a bridge. There's so many different roles that go into building something like that. The industry really benefits from people of all different backgrounds and all different strengths. And those people aren't always the ones that are applying or looking to pursue a career in construction, because it's not really the first thing that you would think about, if your passion happens to be flying drones or working on computers, or you're particularly math minded, or even you're great at writing. Like, people who are good writers need to be there to help draft contracts, etc. So I would encourage anybody to look into the possibilities of working in construction. Actually, I have an interesting example of this. One of my best friends, she has a degree in Russian history, actually a master's degree in Russian history. But she happens to work in construction, in the business side of things. And she's so good at it that she's now getting promoted to project engineer. So it just goes to show that you might not necessarily think that your skills are applicable to the construction industry, but it really takes people of all different backgrounds and skills to make a project run well.